The digits 2, 4, 6, 8 are each used once to create two two-digit numbers. What is the largest possible difference between the two-digit numbers? So we have 2, 4, 6, and 8. The largest number I can make is 86 with these two. The smallest number I can make with the remaining two is 24. And if I take the difference, I subtract them, I get 62. And that is the largest possible difference I can make with those numbers. So number 14, the answer is B. Half of the square root of a number is 1, the number is. So I'll let my number be x. If you take the square root and then take half of it, they're saying that's equal to 1. So cross multiply and you get root x is equal to 2. Take the square of both sides and x is therefore equal to 4. So the 4 is the original number. So number 14, the answer is B. There is a 3-hour time difference between Vancouver and Toronto. For example, it is 1 p.m. in Vancouver. It is 4 p.m. in Toronto. What time is it in Vancouver when it is 6:30 p.m. in Toronto? So basically, if it's the 6:30 in Toronto, you got to go back 3 hours. And if you go back 3 hours, that brings you to 3:30 for Vancouver. So number 12, the answer is C. At a factory, 11410 kg of rice is distributed equally into 3260 bags. A family uses 0.25 kg of rice every day. How many days would it take this family to use up one bag of rice? So we have 11410 and then divide it by 3260. And when you do, you get 3.5. So each bag has 3.5 kgs of rice. And then you take each bag and then divide by 0.25 to get the number of days, and that would be 14 days. So one family takes 14 days to use a bag of rice. So number 13, the answer is D. If Corina had added the numbers P and Q correctly, the answer would have been 16. By mistake, she subtracted Q from P. Her answer is 4. What is the value of P? P plus Q is 16. But they tell you that P subtract Q is equal to 4. So this is our system of equations. Very quickly, you can add these, and you'll get 2P. The Q's cancel, and you get 20. And P, therefore, is equal to 10. So number 13, the answer is 10, which is choice D. 7 students share the cost of a $26 pizza. Each student paid either $3.71 or $3.72. How many students paid $3.72? Well, you can do this by inspection, or you can do this sort of the long way. You got $3.71 times X, that being the number of students that paid that, and then $3.72 times Y, and that total is equal to $26. But we also know that X plus Y is the total number of students, and that's 7. So we can substitute. Instead of X, I can put in X is equal to 7 minus Y, right? So I can put in 7 minus Y. And then this one just remains 3.72Y, and that's equal to 26. So now we expand this, and we get, you have the use of a calculator on the Canadian exam, so you can easily do this. Minus 3.71Y plus 3.72Y. And that is equal to 26. So this looks like 0.01y, and on the other side it looks like 0.03. And therefore y is 3. So 3 people are how many paid $3.72. So number 12, the answer is B. The sum of 4 numbers is t. Suppose that each of the 4 numbers is now increased by 1. These 4 new numbers are added together, and then the sum is tripled. What is the value of the final result? So first we had 4 numbers. Let's just say they're a plus b plus c plus d, and that equals t. Then they add 1 to each of these, so it becomes a plus 1, b plus 1, c plus 1, and d plus 1. And if you do that, this is now t plus 4. And then what they're saying is they're taking this and they're multiplying it by 3, right? The sum is tripled. So if you do that, it becomes 3t plus 12. And that's it. So number 19, the answer is C. Abdul is 9 years older than Susie. Bin is 2 years older than Susie. How many years is Abdul older than Bin? So let's see here. Abdul greater than Susie by 9. And then Bin greater than Susie by 2. So let's just give some numbers. If Susie is 10, that means Abdul is 19. If Susie is 10, Bin is 12. So comparing Abdul to Bin, it looks like 19 compared to 12 is 7 years difference. So the answer to number 12 is E. Operations are placed in each circle so that 3, circle 5, circle 7, circle 9 is equal to 78. Listed from left to right, the operations are. So we have to fiddle around with this and see what we get. So we got 3, 5, 7, 9 is equal to 78. Well, 78 is a much larger number than 3 or 5, so probably going to have some multiplications in here. How about if I multiply this and this? We've got 15 and what is it, 63. And then if I add them, I'll get 78. Yeah, and that's it. So like I said, it's just really just trial and error, fiddling around with those signs. So my signs are times plus times. Times plus times is choice E. The points A, B, C, D, and E represent values along the number line as shown. A, B, C, and D are between 0 and 1, and E is between 1 and 2. Which point best represents the value of B times C? Well, we are not given any values, but we can give approximations. A perhaps could be 0.2, right? I'm not saying it is exactly, but approximately. B could be 0.4. C could be 0.6, and D could be 0.8. Correct? And then E, I have no idea, but I'll just say it's 1.4. All right, these are all approximations. Now they're saying B times C. All right, well, what is B? I assigned it as 0.4. And C I have assigned as 0.6. So B times C would be 0.4 times 0.6, which is 0.24. And which one of those is closest? Well, obviously it's A. So number 19, the answer is A.